So, Father Bonaventure, what was the first Bible you owned? Do you
I think I remember. Okay, it's hard. I'm trying to remember the time on this. I suspect. So the first Bible I bought myself was a King James. I think it was New King James, so NKJV. White cover, red outside, like on the pages. Things got it from Barnes & Noble, very cheap, because I think I was in high school or something. Because I was taking an airplane for the first time by myself, and I figured I would probably die on that. And so I thought you ought to read a Bible like passage as the plane goes down in flames.
You stand a better chance.
No, it wasn't that.
Oh,
It was
okay.
that like I better have a Bible to read there as we're going down in flames or something, because that's what. So that's the first Bible I bought. The first one I owned, though, I suspect, was in the freshman year. So I just don't know when I flew alone that first time. But in freshman year, I went to a Catholic boys' school, and so I was given the New American Bible. And I was Protestant at that time,
Right.
and so you opened it up immediately. It was awesome. It was totally Catholic. You opened it up, and there was JP2 staring at you, and then a list.
Like, wow, this guy wrote this book. Amazing.
Yeah. And then a list of all of the popes from Peter to him on the next page.
And that was before index of the Bible?
Yeah, it was
before the list of the books
before
of the
anything.
Bible.
Just let's be
Excellent.
clear.
That's right.
And so, but there are some really cool names of popes. So we had a group of a couple of us, and we took
Scripture is derived from tradition.
Yeah,
I
we
don't
took-
see what's wrong about this.
Can't have the Bible without the church. But we took different names in there. So like there was Pope Sicinius, and there was some really cool pope names in there. So we'd like take different names in our group. So those are the two. I think those are the two that stick out to me as the first ones. You?
So the clearest memory I have of a Bible is the Catholic Youth Bible, which is published by St. Mary's, actually, the Christian Brothers Publishing House in Winona, Minnesota, which ended up being a funny little thing because I went to college there when I was studying for my home diocese as a college seminarian. So I ended up in Winona, the producer of that Bible, but like most children in Catholic schools, we stupidly abused it and gave no respect to the sacred text.
Yes.
I do remember very distinctly several teachers, both in middle school and in high school, harping at us for leaving Bibles on the floor. That was not to be done.
Right.
You know, you have like these small desks or whatever.
Yeah.
And you set things down as students are moving them around or whatever. But our teachers made it very clear to us. And I remember this being a constant theme, like both something that was said both in middle school and in high school.
Yeah.
Do not put the Bible on the floor.
Nice.
You just don't put the Bible on the floor.
Yeah.
It was very Midwestern, very religious,
Yeah.
very proper.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we had little abbreviated kids' Bibles. You know,
that's right.
Something probably by Father Lavasic, who wrote all those little Catholic children's books.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are classic.
Yeah.
So that's my first memory of a Bible. But what was the first Bible? So you said you got one for this airplane. But what was the first Bible that you feel like you intentionally really went out and chose for yourself?
Well, I was an evangelical, so every evangelical has the exact, at least when I was growing up, we had the exact same Bible, which was the NIV Study Bible. It's a blue cover on, it's hardback. Has the NIV translation, then has evangelical notes in it. So I remember when I went to college, I got a study Bible, and it was the NIV Study Bible. Yeah, that was like the text. The NIV was the text. That's a 1980s like American businessman text, so it has the sort of deficiencies involved in that. But it's not a great text. It's not a great text, but it was the standard common usage, and the study Bible, so everyone had this sort of thing. So that was the first, and that's the one that kept me through college. I also had in college, I also got a Knowing Jesus study Bible, which was cool because it was like knowing Jesus. But it's funny to think about, like, well, I mean, he's in there, right? So it's already. But it was like keying Jesus into the, typology. It was a Protestant thing, but it was doing the kind of spiritual reading stuff in the Old Testament.
Right.
And so a nice picture of Jesus on the cover, probably Rembrandt or something.
Yeah,
and so it was nice, but it was also, I like that texture is more important than even content. But it has nice, like, flexible texture to it that I just liked holding.
Well, it's funny you mentioned the textures. So the first Bible that I remember being very picky about was shortly after we arrived at the novitiate.
Oh, wow.
I realized I wanted something that would help me pray.
Yes.
And I was getting distracted by footnotes.
Uh-huh.
So I went down to the little Catholic bookstore in Madeira.
Yep.
And bought it's produced by Ignatius, but it's the RSV.
Yes.
Leather bound.
Yeah. I didn't bring that.
Clean text.
Yeah. Yes, very clean.
It's a very beautiful Bible, actually.
Darker color pages too.
Yes.
It's not pure white.
No.
Nice, beautiful.
And so the thing that cued me in on that like unlocked that core memory actually is you said you liked how a Bible felt, which is not an irrelevant criterion actually.
It is
so
nice.
I like how that Bible feels,
hand,
and I like how it is helpful to
it opens up and it stays open almost all the books if you lay it down.
Yes,
so it's got good binding. Yeah,
it doesn't close up on you.
Yep.
Father Jacob Bertrand, would you say that you're optimistic about this subscription appeal?
No.
Would you say that you're optimistic about anything?
No.
Well, I am. Folks, go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We greatly appreciate it. Cheers.